First of all, that we're free to enroll in. Of course, we're checkoff funded, and we actually compensate the farmers when they enroll because we do take a little bit of their time to collect the information and the data from them and then sit down and deliver the reports in the wintertime.
Hi, welcome to Illinois Corn TV. I'm Haley Bickelhaupt, your host today and the Policy Communications Manager here at Illinois Corn. Today I talked with Andrea Kuehner, who is a specialist for the Precision Conservation Management, or PCM program. Now, Andrea and we had a great conversation where we talked about PCM RAAP reports, which come out every winter and compare, they let farmers improve their operations by comparing the different practices they're doing with other farmers in the program. And then we also talked about one of her favorite stories, a success story of a farmer who recently implemented some conservation practices and has made significant savings because of it. Now let's go ahead and get on to the interview. Well, hi, Andrea. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and jump right into this first question. So every winter you have RAAP reports that come out through PCM. Tell me a little bit more about those.
Okay, great. So RAAP is it's an acronym actually. So it stands for Resource Analysis and Assessment Plan. So what we do is we sit down with farmers individually throughout the year and compile information from them about their operation. And then we compile all that data throughout the winter when everyone's kind of nice and slow. And we take a farmer's individual operation, we aggregate it and anonymize all the information, and we compare their operation to others around them throughout the state that are also enrolled in PCM. We are looking at profitability and sustainability metrics within that report. We go through things like greenhouse gas emissions, land use, just different conservation practices, economic cost tables that we have located in there, and everything's broken down by commodity individually.
Are farmers usually excited to see those, or?
They are. New farmers typically don't quite understand what they're receiving, but once we sit down and we go through it thoroughly, page by page with them, and they're actually really excited once we finish that report and go through it with them.
Well, I am going to throw us for a little curveball real quick with a corny joke. So, Andrea, not to be corny, why did the farmer thank PCM?
Oh, I don't know. You've got me.
Because their advice was a crop saver, literally.
Good one. I might have to use that.
There you go. Since you worked at PCM, I wanted to dive into, what you do every day. Have you had like a success story or just a great personal story that you've experienced?
Absolutely. I've had some farmers who, everyone that we enroll, they're all across the spectrum as far as conservation practices. Some are, not doing a reduced till system. They're still doing several passes. They're not implementing cover crops, things like that. And it's important to note that they're not required to change anything by enrolling in PCM and trying this out. However, once they see the information and they have been thinking about those things, the data that we provide to them, they get really excited about it and they're like, you know what, I think I can do this. I think I can make a change on my operation.
That's really great to hear. Where do they usually start if they're wanting to make a change in their operation? Is there like a common place that farmers usually start, or a first step that they have?
A good first step is just taking one field individually that they've been curious about trying something on, something that might be a little bit smaller acreage wise. Mm-hmm. That's a good step to take.
And now it's time for Just the Facts with Clay, brought to you by PCM. Our data indicates that the most profitable nitrogen application rate on high soil productivity rated fields is 151 to 175 pounds of total N. And that includes nitrogen that's in MAP and DAP. And as a reminder, we're after profits, not yields. So even though the range of 201 to 225 pounds of N has the highest average yield, it has the second lowest return out of our 5 groups. So this is something that we're working one-on-one with the farmers to figure out which fields could respond better to a lower nitrogen rate. So reach out to PCM, get signed up, and we'll be that one-on-one guide to help you on your fields.
What would you say is one of the most surprising things that people don't know about PCM?
First of all, that we're free to enroll in. Of course, we're checkoff funded, and we actually compensate the farmers when they enroll because we do take a little bit of their time to collect the information and the data from them, and then sit down and deliver the reports in the wintertime. But once they get it, they're really excited about it, and they like to see their checkoff dollars at work.
Definitely. And also, you've been supported by a lot of great grants too. Do you have much background in understanding some of those?
Yeah, a little bit. Our administrative team, of course, covers most of that, but I've done some grant work in the past, and yeah, it's really great to see things pay off for farmers that they don't realize the opportunities are out there.
And so, why would you? Conservation practices can sometimes be scary for farmers, and they can be a big step. So, why would you suggest that a farmer go ahead and take that first step in that direction?
Just because they have an advocate on their side. That's us. That's the PCM specialists that are located throughout the state. They always have someone they can turn to, ask questions, about. If we don't know that answer immediately, we will get it for them. We will work hard on their behalf. We are their advocate. We are fighting for them. We're really on their side, and we just want farmers to know that.
So if I'm a farmer and I'm interested in getting enrolled, where do I go for that information?
You can first of all go to our website. That's precisionconservation.org. We have a map with specialists located in that. You can search your area and find one of us. You can just email the general line also if you're not sure if someone can reach out to you in your area.
That's really, really great. Do you have any other success stories of farmers that were really thankful for your help?
Yeah, I do have. I had a farmer individually who was doing a lot of tillage passes ahead of his soybean crop. He was actually doing more tillage in front of beans than he was corn. And 2 years in a row, I sat down going through the RAAP with him and explained to him, that his power costs were quite high compared to other farmers, and showed him that data. And he's called me the following year. I was just checking in to see how things were going, and he said, I have great news for you. He said, we'd reduced our tillage. We actually went to no-till.
Oh, wow.
He said it was all due to you and the information that you provided, and that was a great thing to hear.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great that you guys are helping farmers and they're getting great, they're being more profitable through your program, which is the goal with a business. So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else today that I skipped over or you wanted to highlight?
No, I think you covered everything. I'd like farmers to know where their checkoff dollars are going. I'd like them to reach out to their commodity organizations and ask questions and seek us out. I mean, we are here to help. Again, we are their advocate, and we're here to help, and we really enjoy it.
Perfect. Well, Andrea, this was such a great conversation, and I'm so thankful for all the work that you guys are doing to help our farmers and just help them be more profitable and just helping our planet as well. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining us this week for another episode of Illinois Corn TV. And be sure to subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next week.